Yeah, I think the welcome in Japan is just amazing. Like you arrive there after a 14 hours flight, you go and walk out of the airport, and already people are welcoming you with pictures and yeah, fan items. It's really outstanding, the welcome, and the same with the racetrack. It was all sold out. The atmosphere was amazing. The racetrack was brilliant, and yeah, just the whole experience of the weekend was absolutely brilliant, and it feels super good. Had a great time in Japan. Really loved the place, the city, and obviously the racetrack was a lot of fun to drive, and we had a brilliant weekend. So yeah, I think it's amazing the locations we're going to in Formula E, and for sure Tokyo already before the season. Everyone, I think, marked it as a big highlight of the calendar. And yeah, the way it worked out, obviously it's brilliant, and yeah, for sure a great and proud moment to be the first winner in Tokyo.
So my question is about the strategy you and the team decided to do on this race, especially about the attack mode. The first thing I noticed was the most of the drivers did the first attack mode activation before lap 10, and you did your first activation on lap 14, and you were in second place at this time. And then on lap 25, Roland struggled a little bit with energy management, and you took the lead. But you still had one more attack mode to get at this point, and practically everyone had already done both activations. And you got the second activation on lap 28. Was the decision to go into attack mode towards the end of this race something that you and the team had in mind before the race, or did you see an opportunity along the race and then decided to take this approach?
Yeah, I think first of all, yeah, as well, great job from the team side as well with the way we executed this race. I think the strategy, reviewing the race now as well, has been really spot on, and we really took our chance with both hands. It was very difficult to overtake and to pass in Tokyo. There were really probably 2 to 3 areas where you could overtake, and what wasn't good for us was to start, because we were on the dirty side of the grid, and we lost one place. So we were behind Ollie and Edo, and then had 3 Porsche cars behind, which obviously put a lot of pressure on us with strong pace. And we were a bit boxed in this situation. So it was very important to get track position, basically. And that's why we were waiting for quite some time with our attack mode, so not to fall back from P3. It was crucial to make a move on both Edo and Ollie, which yeah, in the second half of the race, then we did. I was able to pass Edo with my first attack mode, which was opening up then the race for us a bit more. And then yeah, crucial was to take the lead from Ollie. I think he has as well driven such a good race, defended exactly the way you need to do. And yeah, this move then, taking the lead, for sure was our big chance. What we had to do then was to pull a gap and to stay ahead of him when we take the second attack mode, which is at the end what we did. Obviously, in order to do so, we invested quite some energy as well, and that's why it wasn't over, even though we had the lead with attack mode. So yeah, it was pretty tight until the end with my energy, and you saw it on the last lap. Ollie had a few goals on me, but yeah, I covered the inside and kept him behind. So at the end, it played out perfectly. But yeah, it was I think quite a good race.
What is the biggest difference for you when it comes to strategy to race in street circuits and non-street circuits? And also, I want to know your opinion about Formula E not racing in Jakarta this year, because I think it's kind of unfortunate since you are the king of Jakarta.
Well, to start with your last question, for sure, I'd love to have double, triple headers in Jakarta. Would be quite good. But yeah, I guess it is what it is, and we have to be competitive everywhere. I'm happy, that we obviously now have such a good pace that we can do it as well on street circuits like like here in Tokyo. Yeah, to the first part of the question, I think it's great to have these different tracks, to have these different challenges, because yes, I very much love street circuits, and if it would be down to me, I'd love to have more of them in Formula E, because I really think it suits and fits well to the character of our cars, of our championship, and it's usually very spectacular, the racing we provide there. But at the same time, it's cool to adapt to so different challenges with the car. You know, you've got fast tracks, permanent race tracks, then the typical street circuits, and as well the same with the energy management. You've got some races that are more difficult to pass, where qualifying and track position is more important. Then you've got races that are more, let's say, traditional with a good ratio of energy saving. And then you've got the peloton races that are another big challenge, because you have to be very smart with the way you make decisions and moves in the race. And I think both for the drivers and for the fans as well, it's quite exciting to see so many different kind of races during one season. I think the good thing is, you know, we've been working very hard in the past couple of months to make our package as complete as possible, because traditionally from last year we were especially good on faster tracks, as you've seen in, you know, like Jakarta or in general permanent racetracks. Now, obviously, Tokyo was a typical street circuit, and the performance has been great. So I really feel like we are, you know, no matter which track we're going to, we go there with a good feeling.
So first of all, guys, I want to say a huge thank you on behalf of the whole team for your kind support. We really feel like you guys are willing us on, and I think the result this weekend, as well as obviously it being a fantastic personal achievement for Max, is a huge achievement for the team. We are one of the smallest teams on the grid, certainly one of the smallest budget teams on the grid. And I think what Max showed this weekend is we're giant killers right now. And that feels fantastic for us as a team. I also wanted to say on a personal note, after 23 years of working in this job, most of which has been in Formula One, the past 6 years in Formula E, and having had the privilege of working with Max now for the past 18 months, you will not find a harder working driver. So this is not luck. This is not being in the right place at the right time. This is the result of a lot of hard work and dedication. He is relentless. So hopefully it's the beginning of some really good things for us this season, but just wanted to say on a personal note, a huge thank you. And it means so much to us to have your support.
It's kind of similar to the question that Max already responded and what Liz talked right now, because Max, you are the youngest Formula E race winner until now, and you have been on a long journey so far on different teams, faced different challenges, but it feels like for the first time you are like leading a project. It feels like you are the main driver of the team. Do you feel this way?
Certainly, it's the first time that I'm the more experienced driver in the team. So it's a new situation, and it's great to have to take on this leadership. But it doesn't mean that I didn't take the leadership in the previous years with other, you know, in other circumstances. Certainly, now with what I've mentioned, it's I think we are putting in a lot of really great work. The spirit in the team is amazing. Liz mentioned about it. We are not the biggest team, but the way we extract the performance from our car, the way we work, the way people take responsibility, that's really, I feel, great and inspiring. You know, you've seen it again this weekend with the way we execute. It's really, really good. Obviously, our goal is to just keep going like this, it's definitely very enjoyable.
E aí, gostaram? Não esqueça de deixar aquela curtida, aquele comentário, compartilhe nosso conteúdo e, claro, segue o Entre Fórmulas nas redes sociais e acesse o nosso site entreformulas.com.br para ficar por dentro de tudo. Até a próxima!